So here's the second part to the add edge and add profile. It's really more that I just forgot to mention it in the last video. So just go ahead and make a second one. But you can also remove edges, which is quite nice. So this edge that I added in, if I want to go back to that kind of smooth geometry, I'm just hitting the delete key. I'm selecting those added edges and hit delete key. I'm not sure if we still have our associativity here. I would imagine that kind of broke. But let's double check. I'll select the geometry and go over to X-ray, and I'll tab over to the dot for this profile and pull it, and hey, it kept the associativity. That's pretty impressive. So it's still constrained to that face. That was by accident. That was not intentional, but pretty interesting to see the hierarchy not destroyed. The other thing I kind of want to show is that you can use the edges of the geometry to make other geometry and drive certain things. So if I wanted to make reference lines, or actually let's show 3D snapping. So we're going to make lines, and let's turn on 3D snapping, which I did that kind of quick, so I'll go back and do it again. Make lines, 3D snapping. See, it's snapped to those kind of hidden edges, and I'll spin around this model. As I snap these. And now they should be driven by this form. And let's go to X-ray to make sure we get the edges, and we'll pull up that one edge. So you can see our curve is still associated with it, which is a really nice functionality. That's going to allow for us to do certain other things. Let's kind of get this base sprawled out a bit. And we'll get rid of that also. So you can see that curve is still kind of associated to it. We can start to set reference points on that curve. And let's pick that as our plane, and we can draw right on here. Now we can select that face. It doesn't just have to be curves. Select that profile and create form, and now we've swept it across there. Got a little bend back here, but the thing to show is the associativity that it should keep. Let's undo that. Let's actually edit that base curve in X-ray mode. Actually, let's go ahead and add a dimension to show how we can start to interact with those things. So I'll say DI from the reference plane, and I made sure I clicked that reference plane first, and I can snap to there. And now let's go ahead and add a parameter. Alright, and I should be able to go into my types here and drive that. Let's say it's 120. There we go, and you can see that that shape stays associated with it. So in this new conceptual massing environment, you can start to build up some pretty robust relationships, either explicitly through parameters or somewhat implicitly through how you build them. And just to show this, because this is one of my new favorite features, I can still pull that point and the parameter updates. So I think that covers enough of the adding edge and how you can start to add things on there, and talk a bit about sweep. I'll cover some of the other modeling operations in the next video.